Hello, Algebra 1B students taking this little quiz today, 5-1 quiz, solving systems of graphing by substitution. We have this first problem that we're going to be solving by graphing only. These both have to be in slope-intercept form in order for you to solve them by graphing. I changed this equation into slope-intercept form, and I changed this one, you can see my steps, into slope-intercept form. That's a y there. Y equals 1 over 4x minus 8. And you would graph these. You'd go to the y-intercept, so I am at plus 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'd put a dot there. And then I'd go negative 3 slope, so down 3 over 1, put a dot. Down 3 over 1, put a point. Down 3, and go ahead and draw your line. Then you would do this one. Go to negative 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, put a point. This is going up 1 over 4, so up 1 over 4, up 1 over 4. You're going to get a intersection somewhere over in here, okay? And that point of intersection is solving the equation. You're going to do the same thing for number 2. Number 2, the first one is in slope-intercept form for you. The second one, I changed it to slope-intercept form for you. Go ahead and graph those. These are both going up 1 over 1. You're going to notice that these two are not going to have a solution. So there's a special phrase that you're going to use there because they have the same slope. You're going to show when you graph these that they are parallel to one another. For number 3, I'm substituting this y value in for y here so that I could solve for x. Once you solve for x, and I set up the problem for you, once you solve for x, use that x value in one of the problems to solve for y so you can get your x and your y. Go ahead and pause that and get that information down. For number 4, I changed this one to see what y equals, and I'm going to plug this value in for y right here. And I'm going to go ahead and solve for x now, because now I have all x's. And once you solve for x, do the same thing. Take that value, put it back into one of these problems, either one. I would do the first one because it looks easier, and then solve for y. You're going to do the same thing for number 5. For number 5, I went ahead and you could see here what x equals. So you plug this in for the x value so that you're just dealing with y. Once you figure out y, plug your y into one of these problems. I'd choose the first one because it looks easiest. And then you could solve for x. So you get your x and your y. And then number 6. This one in 2 steps changes to what y only equals. So I plug that into this problem for the y. And since this is in for the y, I went ahead and you are going to solve for x. Take that x value and you're going to plug that into one of these problems. I would choose the first one, and then you would solve for y then. Okay, hopefully that helps. Take your time, and I think you could probably use your notes on this too.